I often sit back and she's been a dear to me. I quite like her. She's great, honestly. She's really nice. That's why I married her, you know. From the first day we actually started speaking, it was weird. It did. I know it sounds like a cliche, but we did. It did feel like we'd known each other for years. And now that we've been married for almost, 15, 16 years, it feels like I've known her for bloody decades. I should have read the fine print. Any more meats over here? Little one there. My missus is Welsh and I'm English. I think we're playing with fire to begin. Well, I live in Wales. I live in southwest Wales. My missus, I believe my missus was born in Germany. No, she wasn't. She was born in Swindon, and then she moved to Germany with her grandparents. And then, we're practically neighbours. You're in Cardiff. Christ, yeah, that isn't that far. It's 2 hours away from me. Yeah, 2 hours to the Audi dealership, isn't it? Is it the Audi one on the M4? He's Audi, isn't it? That's how I always used to know how long it took to get back. Because it was 2 hours from there. Let's do some 10. Oh, actually, let's do some. No, let's do some 10. Yeah, that one. I have no idea. Never go anywhere. I think Bristol is 40 minutes away with the missus driving. Yeah, my missus drives everywhere as well. Ever since I started having panic attacks and stuff, I remember driving. I was going around to see my son. It's literally just around the corner, and I was having a panic attack, and I was turning into a junction with my boys' road. And I didn't see a massive, and I do mean a massive, articulated lorry. And I just pulled over in front of him, went straight down, and he beeped and whatever else. And then my missus said, "Oh, didn't you see it?" I said, "Yeah, of course I see him, as you do. Of course I see him. There was plenty of room. I don't know what he's moaning about, like being an idiot, basically." And I pulled up outside my boy's house, and I handed my missus the keys, and I said, "That'll be the last time I drive until I get back." And then I said to her, "I didn't see it, and clearly I'm not able to drive right now." And I haven't really driven since. She's done all the driving. Granted, that was actually, I think, the day when I actually became bedbound. Because the panic attacks had got really bad at that point. Yes, not good. But we're on the mend. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. My mum once reversed into a neon skip. When I asked her why she hit it, she said, "I didn't see it. It just sat there dumbfounded." I've only had one accident in my life, which was my fault, and I'd only just passed my test. No, it wasn't. I hadn't just passed my test. we were looking for a new couch, me and my missus, years and years ago, and in this car park, right, there's a lamppost in the car park. And when I say in the car park, I mean it's not exactly in the centre, it's just off centre, but it's in the car park itself, right? And you're forever being told, watch the lamppost, watch the lamppost, watch the lamppost. I have been in and out of this furniture store loads, remembered it every single time, right? This one day we'd had this little argument about which couch to get, and I didn't want the couch that we actually ended up buying, and I was explaining why. And my missus had the and obviously I had the I got in the car and I whacked in reverse, and I smashed so hard into this bloody lamppost that I knew was there. I smashed all the back gating, I smashed all of the boot lid, I smashed the lights, all of the glass at the back, everything. It was not a good time. That was not my finest hour. But I'm actually a good driver, despite the things I'm telling you now. I was a bus driver for a while, a couple of years. I used to work for Arriva in Stoke-on-Trent. Yes, I've done a fair bit in my life. From a young age, which has been handy because, you know, like I had an accident when I was pretty young. I think, do you know what's really bad, right? I don't actually remember the age I was when I had my accident. Isn't that awful? Such a life-destroying moment, and I don't remember when it was. But then again, to be fair to me, I don't remember when my anniversary is either. Something that has landed me in trouble more than once, I can assure you. Right. See, look, I've just looked over at the time, 1:43. See, I'm telling you, there's something to it. I don't know what it is, but there is something to it. I have to get them little 12s. The way things are going, it's looking like this might actually get done today. Which is a shame, really, because I've actually really enjoyed doing this. I mean, I'll really enjoy doing the next one as well, but... And that there. Big old splodger tender. I think my missus has turned the heating on because it's like Satan's kitchen in here at the moment. I love art, but painting is where I can only do short bursts before I get very bored. I can watch people paint with my ADHD. It's like bored, move on, look at over there. No, I get you. I get you. I'm lucky. I have a lot of patience. I think that's why I've been married for so long. No, but I do. I used to say I don't have an artistic bone in my body, but I've been noticing just lately, the more and more I do, the better I'm becoming at art. Like drawing and stuff. Like I've never been able to draw, but I actually drawn a couple of things now which actually looked like what it was I was drawing. So I'm hoping that the idea one day is to draw something and paint my own picture. I think that would be really cool because I love displaying these paint by numbers. I get such a sense of pride of doing them because, you know, like a lot of people tell me they couldn't do it, they wouldn't have the patience to do it and whatever else, and it just gives me more of an achievement when I do it, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't do it and couldn't do it, you know. So like it gives me a sense of achievement, and it's nice to look around at the art on the walls and, you know, to know that you did it. I can't explain the feeling, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's a good feeling. I've always worked with my hands though. I mean, I used to be a mechanic. My old man was a mechanic. I don't really talk about him much because I was a bit of a plank, but yeah, I was a mechanic for years. I did my test to be an MOT tester, and then I actually worked my way up from T-boy to manager of a tire and exhaust centre. And that's where I had my accident. Fun times. But like they say, everything happens for a reason. I've always said it, unlucky in health, but I've been very lucky in love. Not first time round, but second time round. I did vehicle engineering in college, got grades and decided that I didn't enjoy it. Well, do you know, honestly, I've always liked taking things apart and putting them back together again. Notice that I never said anything about working. And I used to do panel beating and spraying. I did a bit of everything, to be honest with you. Engine rebuilds. All kinds of stuff. I think that's why I got known as the car guy in here, because anything to do with cars, because I'm car crazy, to be honest. But anything to do with cars, I'm there. My one ambition in life is to own an Aston Martin. Just for a little while, just so I get to keep the logbook and have it in my name. And then I'll sell it because I won't be able to afford it. I think Aston Martins are some of the most prettiest cars on the planet. May not be as fast as everything else, but they've just got something that just kind of prestige. And I would love to own a Mustang 1969 fastback. Oh, but if I was going to own that and I could actually afford to own it, I'd want one that was completely updated but looking exactly the same as if it come out on the factory floor. I'm not a car person, but I've got a Jaguar X-Type for under one. Well, only 40,000 miles. Lovely old man who treated it like a baby. It's in great condition. That's good. Like a nice XJS, me. They're just cruisers, aren't they? But I suppose Jag are not what they used to be now, I suppose. When I was younger, I drove loads of different, because obviously customs cars and stuff. my very first car was a Skoda Favourite. 1. Is it 1.3 or 1.2L? It was an F-Reg. 1988. And when I got it, the brake cylinders were knackered on the back, right? But I just kept on filling it up with fluid. And then the carburetor went, so I put a double Weber carburetor on it, and a bloody Skoda. Really? And then I had to put a slab of concrete in the front because it was almost undrivable round corners, because obviously the engine's in the back. Yes. Fun days. Right, 12s. There. I've just noticed I'm probably going to start getting quieter now because my back is really hurting, but there's not enough of this to do another stream. So I think we're definitely going to get it done in this one. I'm just going to be a little bit on the quieter side just to get it done. Which is kind of sad, really, because, you know, I mean, I might not be quiet. I don't know. I've just kind of said it just in case. But then I don't normally shut up for that long. Just ask my wife. So you going to be streaming today, Monkey? It's very nasally the way I said monkey. I'm not coming down with a bloody cold. Yeah, this red paint's a bit thick, but I'm kind of reluctant to thin it out because it's very transparent anyway. And I don't want to have to keep going over and over it, you know? There, 12 there. A few here. Maybe I should have actually. Come on. Sorry, I was fighting a bird on Power World. I've just had 2 weeks off from streaming because my mental health went right down the pooper, to put it nicely. Back on Tuesday, but I always stream from 11 to 12, 5 to 6. I'm glad that you're back at it. What is it that actually brings you down? Have you ever found out what the trigger is for it? Like, my one is mostly sleep. Like just being really tired and dizzy a lot. Like they always turn around and say to you, "Oh, you know, what was you thinking about at the time?" It's like, well, I weren't thinking about bugger all, other than the fact I'm tired. Just curious to see what the common denominator is. You know what I mean? I have bipolar disorder. Mine can be anything. Like one minute I'm dancing around like a happy lunatic, then bang, world's coming to an end. Yeah, I've got a couple of friends with bipolar. It's not a nice disease. Not from any stretch of imagination. And the meds just make you feel awful, don't they? I mean, they kind of work for the condition, but the side effects are they're just horrible. I think stress is when they get stressed and it snowballs so quickly. Yeah, it does. It does. I found talking a lot helps. Not even like just talking about your problems, just talking in general. This is why I stream, because it helps me, because like I'm talking to you now, and although you're kind of talking back to me, you're typing back to me. So for me, all of the anxiety is kind of being taken away from having a face-to-face. So this is why this helps me so much, because if we were face-to-face, it would probably be a different story. Ironically, never used to be like that. I was the most outgoing person. I'd be the first one in the room. I'm that guy that doesn't care about anything. You know, I'm the one that you can dare to do stupid stuff, right? Because no one else has got the bottle to do it. I do it because I've literally got no filter. You know, and I'm always that guy that makes everybody laugh, and I include everyone. I had so many meds that the doctor overdosed me, and now they're taking me off, which doesn't help. Yeah, that's why I stream. I mean, I play games anyway, and then I can talk to people about the social pressure like yourself. Yeah, exactly. I think we're very much alike. I was the life and soul of the party when I was younger. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? And it's like I've always been thinking that I'm going to get back to the person that I was, and I'm beginning to realise now that maybe that person's dead and gone. Maybe this is me for the rest of my life. Maybe I'm searching for something that I'm never going to get, which is a bitter pill to swallow, to be honest. Like, I had a bit of an epiphany the other day, but when I first had my very first panic, just before I had my very first panic attack, me and my missus, we bought a pug, Pickle, and brought him home, and he was my dog. He slept on my shoulder. I've said this before on stream, but he slept on my shoulder. He come and sat with me. He was all mine, you know. And then I had this panic attack, and then we don't really bring the pugs upstairs because of the molting of the hair and stuff. Anyway, cut a long story short, I didn't really get to see him for about 7 years because my missus didn't bring him up, and I was upstairs all the time. It wasn't really a priority. And then the other day I actually got to see him for the first time in 7 odd years, and he's now an old fella, like pretty much on his last legs. And it was a rude awakening, shall we say. And it was a massive shock to my system, and it was like, I can't do this anymore. I've got to get better, and it's got to happen sooner rather than later. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm trying to force myself to come back onto streaming and stuff. I mean, I'm not streaming because of being anxiety and stuff. Like, my missus is going through some stuff at the moment, so I'm trying to spend some time with her. Unfortunately, she's going blind, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later. So I decided that we need to spend a bit more time together. And although she constantly says to me I should go and stream and do stuff, like, the way I look at it is she's never going to say to me while I'm midstream, "Oh, can you come off because I want to spend some time with you." Yeah, that's a fear of mine. Yeah. I have my cat Chester. He literally is my companion a lot of the time. He's a comfortable. Yeah, they really are. And then like to see him the other day was just a huge, massive shock. Like, I can't even begin to describe it. But yeah, it's one of them, and it is what it is. There's nothing I could do. Unfortunately, I don't have a DeLorean. I can't go back in time.
Supplies!
Supplies! Who is this? Who be this cheeky young thing? It'll be the Studders. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you've missed all the political conversation, Studders. We've been going deep and hard. But it looks like today is going to be the day that this painting gets finished, because it's taken too long. And it needs to get done. How are you anyway, young sir? Are you doing okay? Are you jet setting off around the world anytime soon? Let's do this bit and I shall check chat. I'm going to treat myself to a nice cup of coffee when I've done this. With some honey in it. Because I don't actually eat much sugar anymore. Despite the cake I had the other day. We don't talk about that. I'm not too shabby. Shocked at the Hamilton news. Was completely upset about plot news last week too. What's that? What's the Hamilton news? I don't watch telly. I would have no idea what you're on about. Was he really? Oh, he's Klopp a footballer or something. I feel like I'm meant to know, but I don't, unfortunately. Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool. Oh, okay. Okay. My brother, he likes Liverpool. So he's probably feeling it. Not that I speak to him much, unfortunately. And he kind of rings whenever he wants something or needs something. It's funny how families just drift apart, isn't it? Right, I was going to do that a different colour, but I just realised it's black. The LFC manager has turned Liverpool saying around the mid-team. Okay. Unfortunately, football has never really been my bag. Never got into it. I'm one of the very few men who cannot stand watching football. I'm not sure why, but there it is. A little bit in there.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Is that, I'm going to annoy you now. You heard of the Chippy Chippy Chaffer Chaffer song. If not, then listen to it. Cool down ended. Yes, cool down has ended. I don't think I ever heard that song. I will put it on after my stream. And I shall. Is it one of them annoying ones like Mr. Blobby? Or Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini? She wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. Oh yeah. Christ, showing my age now. Let me just get this done and I shall look down at chat. Sounds awful when I say I look down at chat. I don't mean like, figuratively speaking. I mean actually speaking. Because my little tablet that I have chat on is down by the side of me. And there was a mistake I made there, which I can now put right, which is handy because it's black that I'm using. So it just goes over it in one coat instead of multiple, which is nice. Oh, we've only got a little bit to do now. What's this? I'm a massive Bristol City fan. I like Liverpool. My whole branding comes from a Bristol City versus Liverpool game in the 30 years ago, when famously beating the FA Cup wearing purple and lime. Hence, my whole setup is now purple and lime. Nice. I would have been 11 then. Started football. See, you kind of lose me with the football speak. Honestly, I've got no bloody idea. I still blame Furious though. I think we should never forget that it is Furious's fault. I feel like she's kind of sat there in the background now, and she's not accepting blame, and I'm disappointed about that. I expected more from her. I feel like she's reaching for a pillow. That's a 6 there. Or if she's in a meeting, we could say whatever we want, and if she's listening, we could actually put her off in a meeting.